What was the last thing that really made you excited? Getting my first tattoo. An hour ago. Spontaneously had some friends over for a bonfire during a full moon and a clear sky. It was such a genuinely good night. Friends left around 1 but I was up until like 3 a.m. just staring at the stars by the bonfire and soaking in the whole night. Some dear stopped by for an early morning apple snack which was pretty chill too. Won a $500 game of tennis. Soccer. Some Champions League matches are crazy good. Barca vs Bayern yesterday was lit. When I got a shiny Eevee. I love Eevee almost as much as my love for Meganium. Thing. So. Girls don't count. Hannah Herrell. Lion King. I was excited to watch Mufasa's death in 4K. When it snowed in January. When my football team qualified for the Champions League. Followed by the draw of the games. Deleted. The start of the new school year. Finding someone nice to chat with. The announcement of the Kenobi series. Despite Ewan giving it his all. It's pretty awful. Oh well. Hopeful for Endor. When I purchased Skate 3 for my old and trusty Xbox 360. I recently hooked up my Xbox 360 again and started playing through games I played as a kid. After playing through Skate 1 and Skate 2 again, I realized I never played Skate 3 as a kid because I couldn't afford it at the time and forgot about it later. I was waiting for it to come through the mail like it was Christmas morning. Getting $10. Seeing that Spirit Halloween was finally open at our local mall. I felt like a kid in a candy store when I went in. Knight Rider light bar modification on my car. Gothic 1 remake. A date with a beautiful Russian woman last weekend. I was seriously punching way above my weight. After waiting for over a year, I finally got my Steam Deck. And honestly, it was so worth it. Rewatching Horton Hears a Who for the first time in years. I loved that movie when I was younger. The existence of my cats. Getting appreciated. 48 hours ago. Just graduated from trucking school and got my CDL license. First decision I've ever made for myself. August 8, 2021 lost my virginity to a hooker loudly crying. Stratagem 9. I have a plastic wrap type of thing around it so I can't really take pictures LMAO. A game update. Got 2 Lord of the Ring tattoos and a PS5 for my birthday. Going on a vacation to see my long-distance BF, now ex, skeptical smiley face. Hitting 50 consecutive free throws. I'm not a full-on basketball fanatic or anything. I don't train every day. But I'm in the gym a decent bit playing pickup. As a 5 feet 7 inches guy, I have to be a good shooter. And I'm pretty good but nothing crazy really. One thing I always do once I'm done in the gym is I shoot free throws until I make 10 in a row. At which point I keep shooting until I miss. Make 1 more. Then leave. The other day I was doing it like normal. Got my 10 after a decent while. I hadn't been shooting that well that day. And then just kept making them. Eventually I sank that 50th, and even though it's kind of arbitrary, it felt like a huge milestone to me. Especially considering my previous best was 19. Waluigi Pinball DLC. College football season. Bikini Kill show last night. Not so much the show itself, which was great, as the anticipation, pre-funk beforehand. Found a common bird's nest mushroom. So cool to see in person. Going 30 miles away to celebrate my 31st birthday yesterday. It was on Monday and I worked. Bought some video games and some equipment for an experiment. Thursday. I'm doing one more thing. Scuba diving at the dive shop. Getting my handwriting called beautiful. That person made my day and they don't even know it. Smiling face with hearts. The release of Splatoon 3. Steam Deck. Getting into school. I wasn't able to go to college or anything after high school. I graduated in 2016 and back then, I had no idea there were options other than college or the military. A few weeks ago, I found a short career certification course that only takes a few weeks to complete. I signed up. I start class soon. And once I'm licensed, I'll have a simple start into a career I've wanted for a long time. I'm 25 and for a while, I felt like it was too late for me to start a new career path. Mostly because all of my classmates from high school have already graduated from college and are starting big careers. But it's never too late. And I am so excited. I got my schedule changed to 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. I can't remember that far into my past, probably my first taste of candy. A couple days ago, I signed the waivers for skydiving. I'm taking my dad this weekend for his birthday. This is the first time I spent a lot of money on a gift, let alone for my parents. There were 3 new Yakuza games announced yesterday and today, and I am going crazy.